We enacted measures. You want me in it?
Oh, no, I want you to take it.
Oh.
Just take it.
Okay, take it. All right.
Oh, and so we have another week of the Salahis and the gate crashers and Biden getting in the frame as well. We're joined now by Michelle Cottle from the New Republic. And Michelle, let's start with the Salahis. We're kind of wrapping this up. There was Maureen Dowd wrote just a scathing column over the weekend about Desiree Rogers and the White House social secretary. And it seems like she has been the big loser in all of this. I mean, in terms of the commentary, anyway.
Yeah, Desiree has taken a lot of heat about this. But, the reality was on the ground that Desiree, people were waiting for a good excuse to jump on her with both feet. I mean, almost from the word go. She's been criticized for being too high profile, too glamorous, talking about the Obama brand. She has not been kind of the demure, operate behind the scenes that people expect. And so basically they were just waiting around for a good reason to come out.
She's taking the heat, but she's keeping her job, apparently. I mean, they didn't send her up to the Hill to testify. They're definitely sort of gathering around her to protect her from anything. But I wonder if throughout this holiday Christmas season, she may be a little more to the demure side that you were describing.
There's going to be some get right with Jesus talks, I think, with Desiree. I mean, they're very loyal. She's part of the inner circle over there. She's great friends with Valerie Jarrett, who, as we all know, is, Obama's wise woman on a lot of things. But she's going to have a sit down, and they're going to have to say, okay, no more of this, that, and the other.
Michelle, President jumps off the week with this rare Sunday visit to the Democratic caucus, and people came out of the meeting and said, look, there was no discussion of the two big issues that we're talking right now about the public option and about abortion. We haven't heard it. Can he get away with this? Keep doing this until the end?
Oh, sure. He's a president. He can do it. He's there as a pep rally kind of guy. I mean, he goes up there. He shakes hands, he schmoozes, he uses that charm. But, when the devil's in the details, and this has got to be hashed out, we now have one of these gangs. You get the gang of 7, you get the gang of 5. Every time you have an issue come up on the Hill, you got to form a gang. And,
right.
That's where the details are going to be talked about going forward. And if I were Obama, I wouldn't get in the middle of that. Come on.
He gave up that job.
Yeah, he's been there, done that.
Sarah Palin this weekend, I know you had watched the launch of her book tour you wrote about quite a bit with her interviews. This weekend, she sort of, as I was saying earlier, played the Washington game, went and poked fun at herself in front of the press crowd at the Gridiron. What do you make of that? Is that her turning over a new leaf in press relations?
Oh, of course not. I mean, especially if you're a conservative, the press is the favorite whipping. Anything that goes wrong, it's our fault. We're mean, we're biased, we're whatever. However, that said, she also likes to play the game. I mean, she hates people because they're not nice to her. So, if she can get in there and be part of the crowd and do her jokes and whatever, it's glamorous, it's fun, she'll do that, and she'll be right back out there whipping us like dogs next week. It's not a new leaf.
Yeah, I don't think she likes us all of a sudden just because she had some fun, but talks about her journalism background. And she was in Iowa as well over the weekend, although Politico's Jonathan Martin had an interesting piece up about the things that she didn't do in Iowa, which is to meet with any of the county chairmen or any of the regular politicos. This was about signing books in Sioux City.
Iowa can be unglamorous. There are lots of the caucus system requires a lot of tedious stuff. It's vastly more fun to stand in line with hundreds of your fans and hear about how great you are. And that tends to be the part of the job she likes.
Is your take that she is gearing up for a 2012 run, or do you not expect her at the end of the day to see her there? Where do you see that right now?
Running for vice president, you do it for 3 months and you're not in the direct line of fire, and she still caught a lot of flack. I mean, running for president is a 2-year job. You don't make as much money, you don't get to do as many fun things, and you take a lot more heat. This is a woman who does not deal well with criticism. She has very thin skin, and she doesn't like the boring parts of the job. So, she's not out there studying policy either, as far as we can tell.
Or having those meetings, indeed. Michelle Cottle from the New Republic, thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again. Tomorrow, the president's giving that big speech at Brookings on jobs and the economy. I'm sure we'll be talking about that.
Back on the economy, we were gone there for a couple of days. It's twitter.com/TheNote. Keep the conversation going. So I like Santorum. That was kind of interesting.